Wake up, bodybuilding fans. It's Monday morning here at Muscle in the Morning, and I'm Dave Palumbo, and today is Monday, August 13th, 2018. And let's find out what's going on in the world of bodybuilding and fitness. Sometimes as a fan, all you can do is sit back and stare at some of the stuff you see while your head swings back and forth with one of those WTF nods. And by now, everyone who's seen the latest Roelly Winklaar update knows exactly what I'm talking about. Late last week, Beta Badai and the Camel Crew dropped a surprise Roelly Winklaar update that almost broke the internet. The level of density and fullness and straight up crazy alien looking muscle that this guy has is completely mind blowing. I don't think I'm in the minority when I say that I can fully expect this to be the best Olympia ever for Roelly, because if this guy's at his best, he might honestly be good enough to challenge for a top 3 spot. While Dorian Yates may have been the greatest bodybuilder to ever come out of the UK, Nathan Asha is personally trying to reset the bar for UK athletes when he steps on stage for his second straight Mr. Olympia. Since his big win at the New York Pro, all Asha's done over the last 3 months is turn himself into a bona fide top threat, one workout at a time. When you look at his latest updates, Asha and his team have shown a quality of detail that right now completely blows away anything we saw back in New York, which shows you how hard this guy is out there beating on his craft right now. Pound for pound, this kid is as talented as anyone in the business. But with the margin of error at the top being so slim this year, if he really wants one of those coveted top 6 spots, he's going to have to push himself harder than he has ever done down these last 5 weeks. Most of the time when I hear guys talking about their numbers on the scale, my eyes start to uncontrollably roll back into my head because I know they're about to tell me a big ass lie. But I can promise you that when it comes to 212 superstar Shaun Clarida, those numbers don't even come close to telling the whole truth. Last week, the 212 Giant Killer dropped a new update on his fans where he gave them an up-close and personal look at what 175 pounds of fury looks like. True to form, Clarita's been like a quiet assassin so far this prep, and as far as I'm concerned, he's probably at his best ever right now. And when good guys like Clarita are out there crushing it in silence every day, you can't help but find yourself starting to root for them once the action finally starts to get rolling. Spoiler alert, I watched the movie How It Ends on Netflix the other night, and it was so bad that I seriously almost got up and punched a hole right through my TV screen. But thankfully for me, I managed to catch a little bit of Shawn Rhoden's latest back day to help keep my anger from getting to Happy Gilmore levels. Once again, Flux Chadronov has been holed up at Gold's Gym Venice for this year's Road to the Olympia, where all reports seem to indicate that he's in a good place physically and mentally. One of the things I've always loved about Shawn Rhoden is how he's basically been one of the most underappreciated superstars of his generation, despite the fact that this guy has been great for almost a decade now. And for this year's sake, I hope he brings his best to the Olympia stage, because that's the only way he's ever going to get the love that he deserves as someone who's a true generational talent. And I absolutely love what classic physique alien superstar Stan the Stanimal DeLongo is doing right now. Less than a month away from his first Olympia, Stanimal has been absolutely crushing it out at the Mecca, Gold's Venice, to the point where I've heard his name starting to be mentioned as a potential top 5 classic physique contender. Pound for pound, DeLongo is probably one of the most colorful characters in the division, and having a guy like him leading the charge with his next generation of athlete sure wouldn't be a bad thing if the bodybuilding world wants to keep expanding their market into the future. And that does it for yet another edition of Muscle in the Morning. I'm Dave Palumbo, reminding you to always be true to your passions, and make sure to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.